Hello, Aquarius Collective, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here today, and I hope everyone is doing well. This will be your weekly reading for the week of November 17 through 23. During that time, we'll have a waxing gibbous moon, which is a really good time for self-reflection and rebirth. A good time to make positive changes. Got the potential for growth, so good time to get rid of your bad habits and your negative thinking, put your head down and work towards achieving your goals and accomplishments. So keep that in mind as you're moving through your week. This will be an intuitive general reading for the energies that you may or may not encounter this week. So please take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. All right. Overall message here for Aquarius, November 7 through 23, 17 through 23. All right, Aquarius, overall message card. Adjustments are required. All right, it's a good week for that. Make those adjustments as you're getting things done. As I'm shuffling the tarot here, I'd like to remind you to take time to meditate today. Go within, still yourself, quiet your mind, and explore. If this is something that you already do, you know what I'm talking about. If meditation is not something you practice, it's a great day to start. So even if it's just a few minutes, try to start working that into your daily routine, just to quiet your mind, let the world around you slip away a little bit. Go within. All right, Aquarius, November 17 through 23. Aquarius, November 17 through 23. All right, overall message again, adjustments are required. Let's see where we're sitting here. All right, your present energy, the Devil card. Card of false truths, lack of confidence, false fears, insecurities. This could be a card of obsession. This could be about addiction, dependency. Are you making excuses on something? Are you distracted by something? Are you not being, completely honest with yourself and those around you? Are you in some sort of denial? So interesting. You may need to make adjustments in that case. Your current situation is the High Priestess. So, this is a card of, in this position, is there something that you're hiding right now? Something that you need to face, something that you need to go within, to use your intuition on, to come to a place of, this is the card of false truth and this is the card of truth. So, what is it? What kind of adjustments do you need to be making this week to, to get yourself out of this way of thinking and come to some sort of truth? What's at the root of your situation is that you've recently had some time where you have gone within. This is a card of meditation and contemplation. So something definitely on your mind that you need to change. In your recent past, All right, so, this card asks the question, how did I get here? And it looks like you're asking yourself that, the swords are air energy. So although that can be communication, in this case, I do see it as these are your inner thoughts. How did I get here? And you're taking the time here to think those thoughts. So, and this may be a time where you're trying to make adjustments and work on goals. And when it comes to, if this is some sort of addiction, this doesn't necessarily have to be, an addiction to, a substance, but it could be addiction to a way of being, addiction to a person, addicted to a group of people. Is this group of people serving your best interests? Are you around the right people to move forward in life in the way that you want to? looks like you need to make adjustments. So all really good things to think about as you're making those adjustments. What is on your mind at this time is strength. So that's great. Are you strong enough to do this? I think that card says that you're considering that. And of course you are. You know, there's if you're looking to make some changes, and it's going to be hard, there's hurdles to overcome, but you're wondering, am I strong enough to do this? Only you can answer that question. We'll see as these cards move forward, but it's definitely on your mind to wonder if you're strong enough to make this change. Are you strong enough to get out of this bad relationship? Are you strong enough to stop drinking? Are you strong enough to face this addiction, this dependency on something? Are you strong enough to get away from this group of friends? So something toxic in here, and you're really putting the thought into making a change and moving ahead and making the required adjustments. What's just ahead of you? Yeah. Wow. Are you strong enough? Because if you are, this tells me the world is your oyster. If you can get out of whatever this quagmire, this thing, how did I get here? How did you get there? It's a good question to ask, because if you can see your way through this and be strong enough to get through this, the this is just the most awesome card. Uh, you know, this is a card of wealth and security, and just really having everything in your material world around you um, in order, and not just for you but for the generations after you. So whatever this is that you're thinking and struggling through, ask yourself, are you strong enough? I think so, because your future's looking good when you can work through this situation. In your advice, so this this to me denotes the struggle. This is, you're not going to make a decision until you really think this through, which it looks like you're doing here. So um you're not going to make a decision this week on this. This may be an ongoing situation for you, and your advice is that's okay. It's okay to take the time to really think the situation through, before you start making changes towards this better future. What's beyond your control? The card of control. What's beyond your control is, this is a card of clear vision, and this is leadership and authority. So, and this actually could be the situation called for some sort of authority. It's beyond your control, pushed you beyond your control to be in this situation where you're having to make this change. Was there some sort of legal trouble? So, the card in the situation, it's beyond your control. It's kind of forced you into this, and you're not really going to you're not going to make the decision yet, but boy, are you really thinking about it. So again, go back to your original energy here. Adjustments are required. You're going to have to make adjustments. You cannot continue forward like this. And you're pondering that strength. Are you strong enough? Are you strong enough to get here? So something to think about there. Your secret desire, or what you're trying to avoid. Well, yeah, you're trying to avoid some heartache for you, and maybe even those around you. Again, if this is about people, if this is about, a relationship that you need to get at, something is forcing you here. Something has forced your hand, and it's forced you into this way of thinking that things have got to change. So, um, yeah, some unavoidable heartbreak. And because of the position of that card, is it your secret desire or what you're trying to avoid? You're probably trying to avoid it. No one usually desires heartache like that, but and you're trying to, are you not, are you trying to make sure that you're making the right decisions to not hurt the people around you? Sometimes if it is like a relationship or a friendship or a person that's involved in this situation, sometimes it's best to just, you got to cut the cord. You got to cut the cord. They're going to be heartbroken. It's going to be sad, but sometimes you're not quite there on making that decision. And maybe because you're just trying to avoid that. And that's hard. But sometimes you've got to make those adjustments in your life so that you can move forward in a more positive manner. And your outcome situation is some stability. And maybe that's been lacking in your life. And you know, this is this is a card of financial security, but it's just kind of a card of just stability and holding on. Any four is about stability. So, that's your outcome. And it may not be that you're in the greatest place. It may take you a while in your future to arrive at this super stability, this 10 where everything's just in order. But can you just get to a place where you've got some stability? And again, I don't see that, I see that in your advice, you're kind of in this, it's not really time to make a decision, but the cards are all saying that you're heading in that direction. And you know what's right. You know what adjustments need to be made. What's being hidden from you here at the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Pentacles. So, this entire reading is saying to me is you got to get it together. Get it together when it comes to this devil. You've got to get it together. And you're working your way there. You're working your way towards stability. Again, I don't think this was brought on by you. I think this was brought on by some authority figure. This could be um a friend that steps in and just says, hey, this thing in your life right now, not the best thing. This could be a parental figure, a mentor of yours, someone who's just really really telling the truth about this thing in your life that you need to make adjustments on. So, Aquarius, I wish you the most luck with that. We're going to pull a final card here and see what the Soul Oracle deck, if there's any more advice here for you as you move through this week. And, maybe into the coming weeks. I don't see that this has an expedient resolution, something you're working through. But go within, what needs to be adjusted and changed. All right, final card here. Embrace your power. Not bad advice. Embrace this power of your strength. You're strong enough to do this, and you're strong enough to move yourself into a more stable place. So embrace that, make those hard decisions, get through this heartache. It's again, I don't see this resolving this week. This could be something that's going to be ongoing, but you're strong enough to do this, Aquarius. I believe in you. And I think you can get through this. I think you're going to make the right adjustments in your life, that have come about. Someone has definitely spoken some truth to you. So it's time to go inward again. It's a great time to start meditating, really think about what you want for your future. Just close your eyes and just imagine the life that you can build, without this situation, or clearing up the situation. Put this behind you so that you can move forward and move into this energy of, wow, I've got it all together. So interesting, Aquarius. Anyway, I really appreciate your time here with me here today. I hope there's something in this reading that you can take away and use. If you are comfortable sharing, you feel free to leave me a comment and let me know what you might be going through. It's great to get feedback. I'd love to hear from you. I'll be thinking about you this week as you're struggling through this, Aquarius. And I do post weekly readings, so come back next week. We'll see if this situation continues or if something totally new is popping up for you next week. I will have some extra time coming up for private readings. And if that's something you're interested in, feel free to drop me an email and I'll let you know when I have some openings. Also, if you enjoy my reading style, please like and subscribe, and it'll really help my channel. And I do appreciate it. So, Aquarius, the best of luck with the situation this week. And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.